Bam! What is up with the squad? It's your favorite auntie with Uncle Tendencies in the building with Big Daddy Long Dong himself. Y'all know what it is. It's got to be Cess Talks Bets with MJ Lover. We get into the shekels. If y'all need it, use it. 1-800-GAMBLER. 800 GAM is the text. 1-800-GAMBLERChat.org is the website. MJ, what's up? You know we're here for education, entertainment, and information purposes only. What's good?
Yeah, this gambling for shekels on educational and informational purposes only. Well, it's addicting.
Yeah, it's just for education and everything.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's also it's there's a saying that was given to me a long time ago. Um, it's not gambling if you win.
Oh, okay. This is
I don't know. That's what I was told. Just to give you all a quick heads up, because we're gonna hit on some important picks here today. You guys be ready, because the new ladder challenge is in day one. Got a couple risky friskies for y'all to start out with, but that's okay. We're gonna get through this together. Last week, or for the Discord members, I told y'all we were going to get some anytime touchdowns into the Discord for you guys, and that happened. I was able to actually, the first set of games, which was Commanders and the Eagles, that ticket hit in the first half. So if you trailed those games, for those you definitely laughing. Second game, we got 1 out of the 3, which is fine, just because if you parlayed, great. But if you round robin, it's even better because you got some change back, and you also got the hits on 4 out of 6 if you did single bets. So we trying to keep this gravy train rolling. Got a few other things going on. We are putting something in high gear as of this week, so be ready for it. Can't really announce too much about it, but something's coming for the show, and it's going to be legendary, and it's going to lead to the second level of the show, I believe. So let's do it.
Let's do it. And what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna get to the shekels for today really quickly before we get to the game of the day. So get your screenshots ready, pens, papers, get your apps open. But for the love of God, for the best line out there. You know what it is. Let's get to it.
All right, so we got it. You already know what's happening tonight. It's going to be a double feature tonight. This is evidently leg 4 of the 5-step gauntlet for the South Carolina Lady Gamecocks. Showed out at home against CLA, against LSU, formerly undefeated, now defeated, which most likely we're going to see them against SEC tournament, probably the championship. So be ready. Keep your popcorn up, your kernels up, whatever you got to do, all that stuff. This is a win. We don't really have much else. Don't take any spreads on this because Tennessee's probably going to keep this close at one point. They will pressure. We'll probably end up, kind of tinkering around with some lineups if we get up about 20 early. And then, Tennessee will make a little bit of a run. But for the most part, it should be a good game. I like it. I want to see Cooper. I want to see how she's going to face off against her former team, because in the past, there are most of the former Gamecocks that have gotten to the portal, like you guys like to say about some of the players on our team like to get into the portal. They don't fare too well when they come back to play us or when we go up to play them. So just to give you a heads up, take South Carolina for the win. No spread.
No spread. Take the win. Keeping it moving.
So next, I think we have men's basketball coming up. So we got number 21 Michigan hosting Penn State. The one pick on here that kind of stands out. I mean, the Vladislav Golden looks good to hit 1-3, but I'm looking at Ace Baldwin Jr. I took him over like a month ago, and he absolutely scored like 3 points or something. So I'm taking the under on him in that game. Duke, number 2, Duke hosts North Carolina State. 21.5 point spread. We're looking for Cooper Flag to get over 4.5 assists. He should be able to do that. Hopefully they don't blow him out by halftime and he doesn't play in the last 10 minutes of the game. That's usually irritating. And then we got number 3, Iowa State going into Arizona. And that's a pick 'em game. I don't like those games, especially when it comes to the spread. I mean, you can take the spread. If you're going to take Iowa State to win, you could with the spread. The spread, you'll cover that. Looks like easy, but that's the thing. They're number 3. Arizona's not ranked. I don't even know if they're close to the top 25, but evidently they play well at home. And if you look at Caleb Love, 2 3-pointers or more, that's minus 500, which means they think he's going to get that pretty easy. So 3-pointers involved, anything can happen. I mean, you can take that if you want. I would take Keyshawn Gilbert under 4.5 assists on the road. That looks like a better shekel pick for you on that. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that one. Those are tricky. There's a reason why I don't pick the spread on those, and I'm not picking it today on that game.
All right. Emily, what's up, man? We get into the shekels before we get to this game here, so rolling right along.
Little shekeling. NBA for almost a full slate today. Like there's a lot of NBA on today. I think the Lakers start first against the Charlotte Hornets. I was about to say Bobcats. I was looking at this game, and LaMelo Ball is kind of LaMelo Ball is the primary ball handler, and it looks like Brandon Miller is out for the year. When he just had season-ending surgery. He is on one of my fantasy leagues basketball, which was irritating because he is a walking bucket. So now it's Miles Bridges. So I guess I got to make up for not going. One of my picks not going to help me win my fantasy league. So I guess I got to put some shekels on this cat and see how it works out. But LaMelo Ball, rebounds and assists over 13.5. He can get you 11 or 12 assists in a game.
Okay.
But he's also had games where he went 3 for 15 or something like that, which is crazy. So the rebounds and assists we're going with on that. LaMelo's 6'8", and they do need some help on the rebound, and every once in a while he'll come out and get some balls that come outside the key. So we're hoping for him to do that with a little bit of assists and against the Lakers, who are notorious for giving everybody a boost. So take the 13.5, take the over on that. It is a little high, but be careful. So Detroit goes into Cleveland. So that game is going to be a double feature with all that young talent in there. Cleveland dropped one. They dropped one the other night. It was, I don't know how they lost that game, but they don't mess. When they come off of a loss, they're just under the pace of the Golden State Warriors 2016 regular season win total. So they're still trying to press. They're pressing to get 70 wins. So don't think that they're going to take it easy on Detroit. This game, you may be able to take the spread with Cleveland because these guys are going to be hungry. Detroit's hungry, but we'll see. Darius Garland has been really consistent, but I am thinking about George Niang. So George Niang, as long as it's not a blowout, George Niang shouldn't play that much. Under 6.5 for rebounds and assists. That's a little tough, but that's probably the one I'm going with out of that game. Boston. Houston goes into Boston. Boston, you can't bet the spread on Boston. They are one of the worst teams in the NBA on covering the over on spreads. So we might as well go into either win-loss or player props. Kristaps Porzingis under 19.5. This you should only pick him if Brown and Tatum are playing, and it looks like Holiday's healthy again. And on top of that, you also have Derek. Yeah, so Derek's playing too. They are hungry. They just lost to the Lakers not too long ago. You know, they're kind of heated about that. So they're definitely going to go after Houston. Kristaps Porzingis will gun. Hopefully he doesn't hit a couple of threes early, because if he does, he's probably going to have 25. So I'm taking the under on the 19.5, even though it's minus 139, which is still a good shekel count. Be careful with that. Sacramento and Brooklyn. Domantas Sabonis is on triple-double watch. I was looking at a few of his, but Keegan Murray's okay. I mean, points and assists, 12.5. Probably won't have a whole lot of assists, but if he hits 2 or 3 threes in the first half, then he'll probably get that 12.5 just on the points. So take that one. Orlando goes into Miami. Nice little in-state rivalry. That one should be a good game too. Don't expect it to be a high-scoring game, because both teams have really good defenses. Mr. Coffee is still suspended, I think, so he's not playing. So this new guy, Khalil Ware, I don't know where he came from, but the dude's getting a lot of minutes, and he's putting up a lot of points. But I see the under for him. I mean, Franz Wagner for a block is plus 155, which, I mean, he could sneak and get one, but you'll really be gambling if you pick that. So I would go with Ware, which has a little bit less of a shekel count, but it's still lucrative if he hits the under on that. I really hate playing the unders, just so you know.
You got Miami. Do you got Miami winning this real quick?
Against Orlando?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Orlando. If you're gonna pick somebody, I take Orlando and the points. Mr. Banchero is back, and with Franz Wagner, who I didn't know what was wrong with him. He was out for a while too. But they're really aggressive, and they play really good defense, and Miami does go into scoring droughts. Orlando can really put – I mean, before Banchero was hurt, he had a 50 ball. So there's this season. So there's no reason not to think that he can't manhandle Miami and without Jimmy Butler. So
he's suspended again now, right?
Yeah, he's suspended again.
It's almost like a third, I think. This is the indefinite. This is the indefinite, right? So
okay. So they can do the 3 strikes.
Apparently he walked out of practice. So it sounded like a dumpster fire down there.
No, it sounds familiar though.
I mean, it sounds familiar, but it sounded like a dumpster fire down there in Miami. So I was just wondering.
The same thing happened in Minnesota too. So he walked out of practice after getting on with the second squad or the third squad.
After he scorched everybody.
Scorched everybody, left out. And by the time they got out of practice, he was already in the interview on TV.
Jimmy was out there on his "Who Gonna Check Me Boo" time. He was on "Who Gonna Check Me Boo" time at that practice, and then he got on out of there. But yeah,
oh my god,
indefinite suspension right now for him. Okay.
Yeah, it's the power struggle of everybody's likes Heat Nation or Heat culture is what they used to call it. I'm telling you guys, it's not like the players are taking over or anything like that. If you want to continue to win as a franchise, you do have to be flexible. Now, you don't have to be held hostage by players. Let's keep it straight. But in cases like this, Jimmy's asking for a trade. And he's doing everything that's needed to get him out of there. Miami's trying to keep him there, which is not – it doesn't work when you do that. You're sacrificing your season just to prove a point to one player.
Meanwhile, Jimmy's courtside and unrivaled. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I saw it. With his kid out there.
Like chilling with his kid. Like Jimmy is looking like off-season. He's looking like off-season Jimmy. Yeah. So –
just let him go. Let him go.
You say, Emily, he want to practice with unrivaled. He like the facilities. Jimmy is like,
here's the thing.
Going on over here.
He is 36 years old. So 36. I don't know how much they're going to get for him, but they might as well try to get what they can for him now before the trade deadline. Trade deadline's next month. So if they don't get rid of him now, they're gonna be stuck with him for the dude. They're paying him over $40 million for this year. Get rid of
Okay.
that dude. Get him out of there. He doesn't want to be there. Get him out of there. Anyway.
Yeah, it did. Jimmy shot a shot at Cam, right? So maybe he wants
Yeah.
to be. I
Yeah.
don't know. Cam's engaged in everything. I don't want to break up a happy home, but
You never know.
we digress. All right.
All kind of crazy.
Memphis
All
and
right.
the Knicks.
Memphis goes into New York. That should be a good game too. Probably low scoring. Luke Kennard, I don't think he's going to play enough to have a chance to get over 2 threes. OG Anunoby he can get a block. I mean, I want to take Jalen Brunson for under 1.5 steals because he most likely won't get it. But I like OG on the block, so you can take that one. New Orleans Pelicans go into Toronto. So Trey, I don't know who this Yves Missis. I still haven't seen him play, and I probably should before putting him on the docket. But the numbers keep popping up, so I have to put him up there. Under 1 steal. So one thing about the under 1 steal thing, especially in a basketball game, if somebody tips a ball and for some magical reason it drops in somebody else's hand, that's a steal for the person who actually got the ball. So don't take those unless you know the player's not going to play that much in the game, because they can accidentally get that. So don't take that. If you're going to do anything, take the PRA over 17.5. He should get enough time against the Toronto Raptors to get that. And Denver goes into Chicago. Josh Giddey looks good for under 14.5 points, even if it's at home. I told you Joker is on triple double watch tonight. I didn't put him on here because the odds weren't good. It was really low. But Vucevic for points and assists over 23.5. He doesn't assist much, so it's mostly going to go on the points, and that's going to be basically Euro on Euro crime with Joker and Vucevic, so it should be good. Atlanta goes into Minnesota. Ant-Man had 16 the other night. So he's averaging 24, I think, this season a game. But he had 16 the other night, so I couldn't put him on. I don't know how he's going to react. I do have him on another ticket offline, but I didn't want to subject you guys to that lunacy of the thing that we thrive for, which is being part of the Shecklinaire group. Yeah, I'll sneak those in when we're ready for it. But Nas Reed for over 1 block, yeah, you would imagine he should be able to get that at 6'8", 6'9". We'll see. We'll see how much time he gets with Randall and Gobert in there. But he should get about 20, 25 minutes, be able to get a block at the rim somewhere. Atlanta's really reckless when they go to the rim, so he should be able to get at least one. Washington Wizards go up against Dallas. Kuzma rebounds and assists over 9.5. That's a little high. I don't even know why I put that on there. You might want to take the under on that, especially on away. But of course, PJ Washington for under 2.5 turnovers. Doesn't turn the ball over much because most of the time he's either shooting it, so instead of passing it. But lately, without Luka, he's getting more passes from Kyrie, so you might want to take his over on the 3-pointers in that game at home. Milwaukee goes into Utah to face the Jazz. Colin Sexton is all over all of the tip sheets, so I had to put him on here. I guess you can go with the under on the 2.5 turnovers. I'm not sure about that one, but points, rebounds, assists, take the over 27.5. He's been playing pretty good. I mean. Be careful with that one too. Plus 104. That's a good shekel count, but it's risky, frisky. And lastly, the Clippers and Phoenix Suns. Phoenix Suns have been up and down. Kevin Durant, they have him under 35.5 points, rebounds, and assists tonight, and that's mostly because I think if I'm correct or not. I think Kawhi Leonard's playing. If he's playing, take the under, just because he's going to be matched strictly up on Kevin Durant. And not saying Kevin Durant won't get his, but Kevin Durant he was under 20 points the other night against a team that he shouldn't have been under 20 points. So, I mean, he can, even if he steps up to the plate, doesn't mean he's going to get the rebounds and assists to go with that 35 and a half. So take the under on that. I think a secondary would be Grayson Allen, but yeah, I digress. Yeah.
Okay. Enough basketball. I guess we got to talk hockey, baby.
Good old HE double hockey sticks coming up. The LA Kings going to Detroit. If you want to be risky fishy, you can take Trevor Moore for under 1.5 shots on goal. That one's pretty lucrative. New Jersey Devils going to Philly. Samuel Urson. I think that's Urson. Samuel Urson. I just I put him on there just because of the name, because I didn't want to try to pronounce Singafalalar. But it's goals against over 2.5. Evidently, they're saying the Devils are going to score 3 or more goals on this cat, so you'll probably want to take the Devils to win. Be careful with that pick, though, for the player prop. Vancouver Canucks go out and face the St. Louis Blues. JT Miller seems to be locked to not do anything as far as scoring a goal tonight, so you can take that to get your boost if you have two players already on your ticket and you need a third for the boost. See the Seattle Kraken go up against the Edmonton Oilers. Leon, what's it? Dressate. He's always on the tip sheet. Like, he's always on the tip sheet. He's one of their more active players. Over 2.5 shots on goal he should get there. See, I think Seattle's middle of the road when it comes to shots on goal, so he should get that pretty easy. If you want to be reserved, you can go Vincent Dunn for under points. So no, he's a defender, so no assists, no goals. And lastly, you're looking at Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh Penguins go in and face the San Jose Sharks. If you want to be risky fisky, you can get Will Smith for a point, either a goal or an assist. It's plus 135. Looks like they are scheduled to lose this game, but he should at least get in there and be a part of any type of a scoring activity. I think he goes in on power plays too, but I have to double check that.
And the ladder.
The ladder. So here's what the ladder. I've already posted the picks for the ladder in the Discord and the Wanna Bet section. Miles Bridges is the one I was talking about with points and assists over 21.5. So Miles Bridges, I think the last 2 games of last season was averaging 35 in those 2 games. So we know he can score. We know the Lakers are susceptible. Oh my God! Look at they trying to stop us. But Miles Bridges for over points and assists. Domantas Sabonis triple double watch. It looks like over 42.5 on that one. Cooper Flag over 4.5 assists. Looks good. Hopefully it's not a blowout. And then Trey Murphy for New Orleans Pelicans. Even though Zion's back, Trey Murphy is basically taking over as the third gun next to, even Murray. They got a forehead monster when it comes to scoring, but Trey is an alpha male when it comes to getting his shots. Been pretty consistent, so I'm taking the 22.5 on the over on that game. Zion, like I said, Zion is back, but he's not. I mean, he has some monster games, but it doesn't interrupt the shot. I think they're actually getting more shots now that Zion is back in the lineup. So Trey Murphy, shot attempts. I think it's Zion, CJ McCollum, Trey Murphy, and then baby boy Murray. I think that's how it goes.
All
Yeah.
right. You know what it is? Y'all know what time it is.
Mr. Lava Lava.
Oh boy.
Moonshots of the day, baby. The moonshots of the day. What you got?
All right, so here we go with the moonshots of the day. I have a few on here that are, I mean, they're pretty even when it comes to the odds, but I'm just looking at the game where it can actually who's closer to actually making it. I would say so Devin Booker can, he can go for over three pointers at any given time. Spencer Dinwiddie under 3.5 rebounds. That one's real close. That one's the one you might want to pick because Anthony Davis for under 3.5 turnovers. You'd be surprised. He has had a ton of turnovers in certain games this year, and I don't trust him not to be under that number today. Even though I mean they're playing Atlanta, but you might want to take, you might want to just go with Dinwiddie on his because, yeah, I mean Anthony Edwards had 5 turnovers, 2 turnovers, 6 turnovers, 5 turnovers, 7 turnovers, 6 turnovers. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. And he's had 5 turnovers the last 2 times he's faced Atlanta out of 3. So I'd stay away from that one unless you're gonna take the over on it. Yeah, you can take the over. It doesn't really give you a whole lot of shekels on it, but yeah. There's that.
But after a moonshot,
Ha.
MJLover23,
Mm.
there's nothing left but Big Daddy Long Dog himself. Extra long dog shots of the day, baby. What you got?
we we got Tyson Jones, we got Colin Sexton, we got Alfred Sengun. Colin Sexton, like I said, he's been popping off the charts on all of the tip sheets. The 3.5 rebounds it's a really good bet. They're going to be behind at one point in this game. We know that. So he's going to be pressing to get rebounds. Even though they got Larry Markkinen and Walker Kessler getting most of the rebounds, you can probably get away with that. But if you want to be risky frisky, you can go at Alfred Sengun for the points, rebounds, and assists over 34.5. He'll probably get a third of that in points. And then the rebounds, I think he's the main rebounder too. The assists is where you might fall short. It's going to be close. So be careful. You can take over under on that one. The over pays a little bit more.
All right. Let's get your long gone. You know it's time to get to. Might as well catch some of MJ Lover's winner dimes, baby. He dropped the dollar. What you got?
We got Warren Fogley and we still ding ding. We got the LA Key.
I'm quit playing. Okay, go ahead.
So Warren Fogley for the Kings. We got Joshua Jefferson for the Iowa State Cyclones. And we also have Mark Williams for the Charlotte Hornets that's playing the Lakers. That one most likely is the one that I'm going to take, which will, I mean, the shekel count's not that high, but it looks like we know the Lakers turn the ball over. I mean, it's just, especially on the road. They got the 4th best home record in the NBA, but the road it's a mixed bag of all kind of nonsense. So take the over on the steals for Mark Williams, who's getting a lot more time, who I had not heard of until the last 2 weeks, but he's putting up big numbers. So definitely go for that one. The other ones are, you should, I mean, if you want to take all 3, cool. But you know what I always say, round robin and run them back with straight bets.
Absolutely. Y'all know what it is. Get to them shekels. Got some great picks, full slate of picks, man. College, NBA, and some hockey in there for you. Get them in while you can.
Yep.
Get them in while you can. We wanted to make sure we got up here and got the picks to y'all on time.
Before game time.
Next time y'all see me, it's gonna be all about the Gamecock. So I did a lot of stuff today. Now it's gonna be all about the Gamecock. So Gamecock fam, stand up. I'm back at 6:45 to get the game started. Y'all come on in, bring your meds, bring your snacks. We got refreshments in the back. You know what I mean? Don't bring none of that scared, nervous energy. None of that scared, nervous energy, man. Our game travel. Our game travel. Y'all know what it is. I know to put. I will have my Gamecocks hat on. Bam.
Oh, just a heads
Yes,
up.
yes,
Just a heads up. Just
yes,
a heads up.
sir.
Just a heads up.
Yes, sir.
I have a full Wiley watch going on for this game. She didn't perform to the standards that she's up to, so be ready for a good game against Tennessee.
Okay, he's looking at for a while. Okay. Oh, okay, Lawrence Jacobs, you was in the building yesterday for the game for LSU. That's what's up, fam. Glad you enjoyed it. I'm back in just a few minutes. Getting into game mode, out of bet mode. So pull up and let us know all about it. We appreciate y'all. Run them likes up. It's your first time here. Hit that subscribe button. Ring that notification bell. Get in these shekels, baby. Until next time, y'all know what it is. Stay tuned. Talk soon. Get them bets in. And for the love of God,
Yes.
shop around for the best line.